Hello and welcome back. I want to try something new for the channel. I won't normally be on this game, mainly because I was really not safe for the channel people on here. But when's that ever stopped me from recording Girl Tag? I guess that's true. Also, sorry if it looks a little choppy. Uh, anyways, I want to try like a yap session on here just because. My avatar looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyways, Minecraft ARGs. That is the one thing I want to talk about. It's Minecraft ARGs. Those things are really interesting. For sure. Because some of them have really good stories. Especially, well, the one that it wasn't the one that started it all, but it made it like big, was the Wi-Fi's adaptation of the King in Yellow, which I'm not sure myself what the King on Yellow it particularly is. I've seen like a synopsis video of it where it's like a bunch of little like mini stories into one big story, but like Wi-Fi's video, it is really good. And then another Minecraft ARG YouTuber or whatever that I also enjoy is Starthawk. I hope I'm saying that right. But he's known for the No Space series. What I mean by that is, how do I explain it? Where he investigates something and then it leads down this like, well, fake corrupted government kind of rabbit hole. And then he meets all these like different people and whatnot, and then eventually, yeah, it does get solved. But dude, it's really cool. Yeah, Minecraft ARGs have gotten really cool. I mean, I'm not a big like horror fan. Anyone who knows me understands that I am not a horror fan, for sure. But dude, Minecraft ARGs are the thing to watch. For sure, man. They have really good stories. Pretty disturbing, too. Yeah, no, honestly, some of them are, like, really disturbing. But, what else do I want to talk about? Sports animes. The motto of any sports anime, maybe except from, like, Haiku, which I've never watched, is probably ref do something, please. No. Let me tell you something. If you are a sports fan hater or you just don't like them, please watch them now. You know why? Because aside from the fact that they are mostly for children, hence keyword mostly. Blue Lock is fine. There's like one Bastion, but it's all dudes. That's like season 1. You'll be fine. But Kuroko's basketball, which I will touch on later. Let's just say Kagami's mentor is a little bit of a freak. But we'll scratch on that later. But for now, let's talk about Blue Lock. Yes. So if you probably know the show by its horrific animation. Quote unquote animation. It's literally just like animation like this, where literally you can see the PNG just being slid down the field. Like, dude, that's not animation. That's just like, even I could do that. That's just slideshow presentation, just eh. But if you actually read the manga, bro, the main character, Isagi Yoichi, is at first it's like, I wouldn't say trouble, but he definitely like took a big L passing to his teammate, which is low-key what happens when I play Rocket League. But then Isagi Yoichi loses. He gets accepted to this facility called Blue Lock, hence the name of the manga / anime. But he's like through these like different challenges that Iko Jinpachi has set up for the egoists to kind of like play soccer better, because all of them at the time has a massive skill issue. But then more and more this develops into Isagi just losing his humanity. Nah, dude. In the newest chapter, not the one that's being leaked now, but the one that was leaked, not leaked, but you get what I mean if you've done your research. If you haven't done your research, what I mean is there's like chapters that come out like every week or so that is part of like the thing. Anyway, so the chapter that came out last week, no, was it last week? No, it was a few weeks ago, that Isagi Oichi told the most egotistical man, aka Ego Jinpachi, that Hisaku wasn't enough for him. Like, I'm sorry, what? You're telling the man who's basically Escanor in the Blue Lock universe, yes, Escanor, and saying that he's not enough. He doesn't have enough ego. Like, yeah, no, Isagi's gonna lose his humanity at the end of the show. Which, funny enough, Kaneshiro, the guy who made Blue Lock, also worked on Attack on Titan. Which makes sense, like, why it's so, like, psychologically different from all the other sports animes. But no one seems to think it's, psychological, because either they don't think about it, or they just don't, like, really pay attention to what Isagi's trying to say. But, yeah, no. And I can't wait to see what Ego tells Isagi about, like, certain things. I'm really excited for that. Alright. Kuroko's basketball. Now I'll be telling you guys the sports animes that I personally have seen, because it just makes sense, and I'm not gonna get anything wrong or like say something. Anyways, Kuroko's basketball, I would say, is more PG at the like starting half of the show until you meet Kagami Taiga's mentor. I think her name is like Alexandra Garcia or something. I can't quite remember. But dude, she's a little bit of a freak. First of all, when the moment you first see her, she is barely clothed, we'll say. And literally his entire team is simping for her. Like, no joke. It is very saucy. But, I mean, would I still recommend it to someone? I'll recommend it to someone who's already seen anime. If you have not seen anime, then Kuroko is not for you. But, yeah. Aside from the Gooner feel, I call it, Kuroko's basketball is actually really, really good. And funny enough, it has the exact opposite message than what Blue Lock has. As I touched on before, Blue Lock is about how egotistical you are and like your pride. And for Kuroko, it's about teamwork and being selfless. Which oddly enough are like two different sides, and they both work as like notorious iconic sports animes. I'm not gonna watch Haikyuu. No, I know Haikyuu touches on like teamwork and whatnot, but dude, I am not gonna watch that. You are not gonna catch me watching Haikyuu, cause it feels a little, how do I say it? I don't know. I just wouldn't like it. But that's sports anime is done pretty much. What else? Also, make sure you like and subscribe to watch more videos. And I want to just try something new. I wanted to do this in Rec Room, but first of all, my avatar looks nothing like me in person, and second of all, I think this looks cool. If you don't, then whatever. Also, I don't play this game a whole lot. It's just, I know the reputation this game has, so I'm just like not gonna play it. Even though I do play Roblox and it has some very not safe for work reputation sometimes. No, mainstream wise. I don't play a lot of mainstream games. The only one I really play is The Forge, which, by the way, if you have not played The Forge, play it. I did upload a short about it, and a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a decent amount of people were like, this is not the best game. And yeah, I know The Forge isn't the best game, but it is the only game I'll play that's trending. Nothing else that has became mainstream on Roblox is actually good. You can't even blame me either. If you do, you're either some brain rotted child or some KreekCraft person. Which, no disrespect to KreekCraft, he is a decent YouTuber. But my guy, you are 30 something years old. You should not be playing a game developed for children. Oh, of course, not. I guess it just depends on the kids' game. If you play a good Nintendo game, I don't really care. But if you play like Steal a Brain Rot or yeah, anything brain rot in general, just stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. You're an adult. Play Elden Ring or whatever. Elden Ring is not a game for adults, but you get my point, right? Hopefully you do. Let's see. What else did I want to touch on? Oh, I know. Do I know? So I'm taking a while to think about it. Yeah, I know. Speaking of animation, people are so spoiled. I know I touched on this a little bit on my other rehab session, but dude, people are so spoiled when it comes to animation. Cause bro, they're just like, if it's not like mappa level or ufotable, then it's not good. Like bro, cut it out already. If you're not gonna enjoy that story, just not. It's like the phrase, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. Which apparently no one has thought of and apparently no one understands. And yeah, fight me in the comments, I dare you. But like I get why. No, I understand. For sure. But it's not something that we as a society can control as much. The reason why I say as much is that yes, we did change Ugly Sonic's design. I'll give the internet credit for that. Where we changed it from like the eyes in the front, like the ugly Sonic, and then to like the actual Sonic we know and love today. Which, by the way, I am waiting for Sonic 4, mind you. I'm sure everybody is. Because what I know is that it should be loosely based on Sonic CD, which if you haven't played it or seen someone play it, I think you should. But on a brief review of what it is, it's a Sonic game, obviously, but it deals with Sonic running through the past, present, and future. Yeah, time travel in a Sonic game. Crazy, right? Anyways. But yeah, I hope they do a really good job with that one. But also the Mario movie next year. I cannot wait for that. Because, bro, the first one, I think the first one was good. Especially it was like a great goodbye kind of tribute to Charles Martinet, which is the original voice for Mario. Which, by the way, he's done an amazing job as Mario for the past like 30-ish years. Right, since Mario 64. Yeah, 30-ish years. But, the new guy, I don't know who the new guy is. But I just know that this, like, here's the thing, I don't know what they're going to do. It's weird that they had the Wonder version of Bowser Jr. instead of the actual Sunshine version, even though we already have the paintbrush from Sunshine. Which, yes, I was mainly trying to play Sunshine, but that game is the hardest Mario game in existence. Mario games are known for how easy they are. I feel like Super Mario Galaxy the first one, I've only played that one, is the easiest one so far. Like, I ain't even joking, y'all. I just wish more people understood that, yeah, Sunshine is the hardest Mario game in existence. Oh, no, it's not the hardest game in existence, just of the Mario franchise. The hardest game in existence is obviously either one of the FromSoft things or any game you just completely suck at, no matter what. For me, that's Rocket League. Yeah, no, I try so hard. I've played Rocket League for since I was like in 5th or 6th grade. And what am I? Still gold. And yet, I only have 1 year pretty much. Well, half a year, really. Until. Well. Because I know the youngest, like, master of Rocket League is 18. I'm 17. So that means I'm like. I get angry when I play that game, aka why I call it Rage League all the time. Is because it just makes me mad. It's not, half of it's not because of the toxic people. Half of it's just because of the real skill issue that I have. And it's just like, I don't want to play something that makes me angry. Speaking of angry, Balatro. Balatro makes me angry a little bit just because it doesn't give me what I need for like the Jokers or whatever build I have. And then just like, bro, I'm gonna punch somebody. Speaking of punching somebody and brain rot, I'm gonna punch people who say the 6-7 meme. I am tired of that meme. And anyone who agrees with me, comment down in this video. Who hates the 6-7 meme? Like, I just don't like it. It needs to be destroyed, banished from existence. But yeah. Speaking of things I also am annoyed by, why elephant gifts? Like, they're not genuine. Like, you're half-heartedly giving someone a gift. Like, there's no thought behind it. There's no care about it. They just get a gift and that's it. It's not what Christmas is supposed to be. Christmas is supposed to be pure, genuine. Hence the name, Christmas. More Christ. Which none of us are. In fact, no human. We can try it as we like. We're not going to be the same as Jesus. We can try to be like Jesus. But none of us are. And unfortunately, that's how this world works. You, me, everybody. We're just not going to be... We make our own mistakes. We're humans. That's what makes us humans, is mistakes. But I know this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about initially, but this world just, it takes what religion was, not religion, what holidays were supposed to be what initially were, and they turned it into like money, like shopping and whatnot. I got the idea to talk about this from a Christian Minecraft YouTuber. I forgot his name. Something like Brian or whatever. You always have to check out what I mean. But also a really great YouTuber I want to recommend to everybody is Johnny Chang. He is really good at explaining the Bible and everything. And I would like to meet him one day. But of course, he's in Florida. I'm not in Florida. And I'm not going to tell anybody where I live because that's just weird. Like, that's just super weird. But like, you get my point. Johnny Chang. If you're out there, if you watch this, yes, hello Johnny Chang. You are an amazing YouTuber and an inspiration to why I want to grow closer to God. Cause we're going into this now. All right. Yeah. Most of my life, I've always titled myself a Christian. Really, only because my parents and everybody around me, my family-wise, believed in God. But personally, I didn't look like a Christian or model like a Christian. But as I've grown, as I matured, I realized that I only just titled myself that way. I didn't really think that way, but now I'm really starting to think that way. And I know words mean nothing without action. So, which is why I really going to change. Now, first, it would really only be like small stuff, like trying a little harder at karate or reading the Bible more often. Because I just really need to read the Bible more often. Because it holds like it holds words that you can still think about to this day and think like, yeah. Well, of course, there's some context like barriers, or like, of course, nowadays we're not sacrificing sheep or cattle, whatever, to the Lord, but instead of sacrificing cattle, we sacrifice our time for Him. Our time. Now, is this a good waste of time? No, not really. I'm just yapping on the internet, and no one even cares for my channel. But for the ones who do care about my channel, I appreciate you. I really do. And listen, I'll do like a big video something when I hit 200 subs, which, by the way, I'm really close to. I'm like 190 something subscribers. Oh yeah, by the way, I still need to do my other school stuff, but I got out of class like super early because the counselor was just like, "Oh yeah, you can go now." And I was like, and then yeah, I just bolted out of there. I still need to do a few things, which shouldn't take too long, but I wanted to make this video just because, one, I wanted to do something different, and two, my app sessions don't get a lot of views, but I like doing them because I want to show my community that I'm a human too. People who are put on a high pedestal, we humans, we commoners, think that they're better than us. No, we're the same people. Well, hold on, pause. I mean, we're the same amount of human as a celebrity. But, like, first of all, they're older, which makes sense that, like, they can be well known for a long amount of time. But also, I've heard this quote, which is like, everybody has the same 24 hours. So what are you going to do about it? Which is really interesting for sure, because like everybody has the same amount of hours. Everybody on this earth can become great, but people don't, especially nowadays. Either you are a freaky outcast, either you're a celebrity, either you're this or that or there. We're just as human as the next person. And yet, we tell everybody toxic things a lot of the time. Am I toxic? No. I wouldn't think I am. But if I am, if I'm toxic to somebody, I truly am sorry. That's not who I am. Which also leads me into a quote that Johnny Chang said some time ago. He said, "Anger is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them." Like, sometimes, you're not even the problem. You're just the final straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And the person just can't be angry at you. Like, or maybe you did make someone angry. it's not you who's angry, it's them that's angry. Well, not all the time. But if you get my point, if you get my point. If you don't get my point, watch Johnny Chang's video on that. I forgot what it's called, but if you find it, you find it. Wow, this is a deep yap session I thought I'd never get into. Because I wanted to just talk about the Minecraft ARGs and sports animes, but it just turns out that I've gone a whole like psychological, philosophical, whatever yap session, which I did not plan. But none of these get planned. Literally none of the videos I do are planned. Like I have no script, no nothing. I just go with the flow, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Again, I don't do these for views, I don't do these for subscribers, but I am thankful for you subscribers out there. I am thankful for each and every single one of you who are fueling my drive to keep pressing forward. Because I am a kid who's always looked at the top and who has seen the, not seen the top, but has always dreamt and dreamed of whatever. But I've never really done the work for a lot of the things that I want to do. But now I really see that I need to do the work if I want to pursue this. Which I did talk in the one video that ever since I was a little guy, a second grade, so around 7 years old, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Only because of Zebra Gamer. But, and then my friend Damien, who I don't think he's posted in like 5 months or something, but he also wanted to be a YouTuber as well. And it's funny, he doesn't really remember, but when we would get into like little arguments, we would say we unsubscribed from each other, even though we didn't have channels back then. It was just us being nerds, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, my main inspiration was Zebra Gamer. Not Jacksepticeye, not Markiplier, but Zebra Gamer. I'm a person who knows very niche stuff and famous stuff, but the niche stuff are just more important to me than the mainstream. Mainstream is cool and really fun, but it doesn't mean a whole lot. It takes more passion to be niche than it does to be mainstream. Because a lot of the mainstream nowadays is just money, money, money. If you don't understand that reference, then go watch the original 80s, it's 80s or 90s? Early 90s WWF, which is just WWE, but back then, because funny enough, if you guys did not know, it changed from WWF to WWE because the Wildlife Foundation wanted to take that abbreviation of WWF, and yes, they won. So now wrestling has become WWE instead, which that's how it's been for the past like 24 years. Whatever. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This has been a weird video, but I hope this goes well, and that's pretty much it for what I want to do. Comment down below what you guys want me to talk about, and hopefully it makes it to the next yap session. If it doesn't, then whatever. Anyways, see ya.